Hey, everybody. I hope you are doing well today. Today, from the title of this topic, is a little bit off or different from what I usually speak about from a practice marketing or practice management component. But today, you can see kind of a little subheadline there: practice gratitude. It works. Um, the reason I want to kind of get off a little bit of a topic, but really hit this is last night I was on one of my coaching calls with one of my coaches, and he had a gentleman by the name of Rob Menendez. And Rob was born without arms and legs. And he's got an incredible story. He's actually currently a high school assistant football coach, or waiting for that season to start. He was a high school head coach, and he's doing that by, and of course, an assisted wheelchair. But his story is phenomenal. He was born that way. He didn't really know any different. He has struggled through life, but the attitude this guy has is incredible. And his biggest point was be grateful for what you have, not what you don't. Now, I talk to many chiropractors, some physical therapists, some medical doctors, podiatrists, whatever it may be that your profession is, a massage therapist. I talk to many different providers all the time on a weekly basis, sometimes a daily basis. And one of the questions I always ask is, if there were three things that you could fix in your practice right now, what would that be? Typically, number one is, I want more new patients. Everybody wants more new patients in the practice. Number two is, I want a better trained front staff. And three is a better communication tool with their current patients, or the ability to communicate with them better. How do they do that? But I've never asked the question, what are three things in your practice right now that are going well? And I'll start to actually ask that question more, because I think it's something that we need to focus on. My wife and I, when we owned our practice, Integrity Sports Medicine, in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, when we would have our staff meetings, my wife and I would have a conversation first that says, if we're going to bring an issue to the front of our staff members, we have to make sure we have a solution to that. Now, it doesn't mean our solution was always the best solution. We would ask our staff if that was the case, but so often there are too many people complaining about what is going wrong and not looking at the big picture about what is going right in your practice. Now, from a financial standpoint, sometimes that's very difficult for people. I can understand that. I've had that issue in the past. It's been a fluctuating thing. But the truth is, no matter what's happening, if you wake in the morning, as corny as this sounds, if you wake in the morning, you're starting off with a good day. You've got to find something that's good from your staff. You've got to find something that's good from your patients. You've got to find something that's good from your community, from the practice, and how you can make that grow. Now, again, from a financial perspective, most people think, oh, woe is me, things aren't going to get better. And the truth is, negativity attracts more negativity. Thoughts are things. What you think about expands, all of those kind of things. And even goes back to biblical times when they speak about that. You know, what you are, what you think about, your thoughts become reality. And if all you're focusing on within your practice are the things that are going wrong, you're going to always look for something else that's wrong, because once that wrong thing is turned right, whether you utilize asking people in your community, asking your staff members, asking a consultant, asking a friend that's in practice that's doing better, when that wrong thing is turned right with a negative attitude, you're going to look for the next wrong thing. So you have to be considering, I go into my practice, I turn the key, I walk into the door, my lights turn on. That's a good thing. I was never in that situation. I remember when we first started building our practice, and it was from the dirt. And I remember going in there and just standing in the middle of the 2,500 square feet, smelling fresh dirt. Wasn't necessarily fresh because I think the two other businesses were already there, but ours wasn't built out yet. I was grateful for dirt. Completely different perspective to take. When our practice was first built, within 2 weeks of our practice being open, we had such a strong rainstorm that it actually was flooding the backside of the roof. was a flat roof with a rubber sealant on it. It had gotten over that and it was starting to flood down the back side of our gym. We had an inch of water inside of our practice. That was difficult to think about what is going great in my practice, but I know had a shop vac, had friends, had the blowers to actually dry that off, and we were open the next day. So it was difficult. It has those, but you've got to look for solutions. You always have to look for the better opportunity. Don't look at an obstacle as something that you can't get over. Look at that obstacle as something that, as they've said, you can go above, you can go around on either side, you can go under, sometimes you can go through it. So when I ask you to think about, practicing gratitude because it works, the more grateful you will be for what is going right in your practice. And just literally sit down today, tomorrow, this weekend, and write some of the smallest things that you're grateful for. The mail's coming in, you get checks every once in a while. Your staff is great and they're healthy. You've got a good relationship within your community. Maybe your marketing campaign is doing well. Maybe it isn't. Then ask a friend, what are you doing that's making your campaign work so much better than what mine is? You just have to find ways to break down the hassles of practice and allow for those things to be better by practicing gratitude. And depending on what your belief is, from a spiritual standpoint or a religious standpoint, you can ask for help in that regards. From the subconscious mind aspect, when you put your head down on the pillow at night, if you say your prayers, fantastic, but just ask your subconscious mind, I'm currently having this problem. Subconscious mind, will you help me come up with a solution for this tomorrow when I wake? And you watch, there will be things that'll happen. So again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. We help private practice healthcare professionals grow and scale their practice. If you are having issues in your practice from a marketing perspective, from a scaling perspective, from a staffing perspective, or even from a mindset perspective, if you're looking for a mindset shift, go ahead and drop the word mindset below. I'll do the best I can to help. You can reach out to me from a DM, but I want you to start practicing gratitude, because the one thing you're going to notice is it's going to start to become a magnifier of the people around you. Staff will start to become more positive. Patients will become more positive. You will attract those that you want into your practice versus those that you don't. So again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron with Practice Insider's Edge and our Grow platform. If there's any way we can help you as a private practice healthcare professional grow and scale your practice, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned next week where we'll talk a little bit more kind of business context, maybe some tech stuff. But again, I appreciate you staying with me on this one. It's very, very important. Practice what you preach positivity, but also be grateful in what you do. Thanks. Have a wonderful day. And I should say, I'm very grateful for you that stayed to watch the end, and all of you that stay in tune with us every week. All right. Take care for now.